Can one girl in a small town, an architect in a major city, and a suburban high school coach shape the future of the United States? Yes, they can. Because every 10 years, the census gives us that power. You can shape your future by responding to the 2020 census. Where do we need new roads to make our lives easier? Where will new school programs help our children thrive? Where could a new health clinic benefit neighborhoods? The 2020 census will inform these decisions and shape how billions of dollars will be distributed to communities like yours each year. And in 2020, you can respond to the census online, by phone, or by mail. It's easy, safe, and important. Make sure you and everyone you know is counted. Now is the time for you to get involved. Your community needs you. Together, we can educate and excite, inspire and make sure every voice is heard. Together, we can shape our future.
I'm Phyllis Jackson. Thanks for joining us for Stay at Home Connect.
If you were out protesting last night, you probably need to go get a COVID test this week, because there's still a pandemic in America that's killing Black and brown people at higher numbers.
Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms sharing concerns about the potential for new COVID-19 cases. She echoes the voices of medical professionals who are also worried about an increase in coronavirus due to protests. Demonstrations were sparked by the death of George Floyd, who was killed while under police custody in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Doctors are strongly encouraging protesters to wear face masks to protect themselves and those with whom they will come in contact, as large assemblies like demonstrations make social distancing difficult, if not impossible. A small Northwestern University study finds that COVID-19 may attack the placentas of pregnant women. 16 women were studied. One suffered a miscarriage. The remaining 15 delivered healthy babies, but 12 were diagnosed with malperfusion, a condition that limits blood flow between the mother and fetus. 6 had placental blood clots. I spoke with pathologist and lead author of the study, Dr. Jeffrey Goldstein.
One, we think our maternal outcomes are pretty good. Two, in women that have more severe coronavirus disease or have other comorbidities or problems with their pregnancy, we don't know, we can't really say what that looks like.
Dr. Goldstein says women need closer monitoring. A larger study will be launched to look at pregnant women with underlying conditions. Atlanta City Council member Amir Faroqi surveying damages to several businesses in District 2 following recent protests.
That's going to do it for Stay at Home Connect. Have a safe evening.
Can one girl in a small town, an architect in a major city, and a suburban high school coach shape the future of the United States? Yes, they can. Because every 10 years, the census gives us that power. You can shape your future by responding to the 2020 census. Where do we need new roads to make our lives easier? Where will new school programs help our children thrive? Where could a new health clinic benefit neighborhoods? The 2020 census will inform these decisions and shape how billions of dollars will be distributed to communities like yours each year. And in 2020, you can respond to the census online, by phone, or by mail. It's easy, safe, and important. Make sure you and everyone you know is counted. Now is the time for you to get involved. Your community needs you. Together, we can educate and excite, inspire and make sure every voice is heard. Together, we can shape our future.
I'm Phyllis Jackson. Thanks for joining us for Stay at Home Connect.
If you were out protesting last night, you probably need to go get a COVID test this week. Because there's still a pandemic in America that's killing Black and brown people at higher numbers.
Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms sharing concerns about the potential for new COVID-19 cases. She echoes the voices of medical professionals who are also worried about an increase in coronavirus due to protests. Demonstrations were sparked by the death of George Floyd, who was killed while under police custody in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Doctors are strongly encouraging protesters to wear face masks to protect themselves and those with whom they will come in contact, as large assemblies like demonstrations make social distancing difficult, if not impossible. A small Northwestern University study finds that COVID-19 may attack the placentas of pregnant women. 16 women were studied. One suffered a miscarriage. The remaining 15 delivered healthy babies, but 12 were diagnosed with malperfusion, a condition that limits blood flow between the mother and fetus. 6 had placental blood clots. I spoke with pathologist and lead author of the study, Dr. Jeffrey Goldstein.
One, we think our maternal outcomes are pretty good. Two, in women that have more severe coronavirus disease or have other comorbidities or problems with their pregnancy, we don't know, we can't really say what that looks like.
Dr. Goldstein says women need closer monitoring. A larger study will be launched to look at pregnant women with underlying conditions. Atlanta City Council member Amir Faroqi surveying damages to several businesses in District 2 following recent protests.
That's going to do it for Stay at Home Connect. Have a safe evening.
Can one girl in a small town, an architect in a major city, and a suburban high school coach shape the future of the United States? Yes, they can. Because every 10 years, the census gives us that power. You can shape your future by responding to the 2020 census. Where do we need new roads to make our lives easier? Where will new school programs help our children thrive? Where could a new health clinic benefit neighborhoods? The 2020 census will inform these decisions and shape how billions of dollars will be distributed to communities like yours each year. And in 2020, you can respond to the census online, by phone, or by mail. It's easy, safe, and important. Make sure you and everyone you know is counted. Now is the time for you to get involved. Your community needs you. Together, we can educate and excite, inspire and make sure every voice is heard. Together, we can shape our future.
Could you commence the roll call, please?
Yes. Council President Felicia Moore. Councilmember Carla Smith. Councilmember Amir Faroki.
Sorry, they just unmuted me. This is Smith.
I'm sorry, Councilmember. I got you. Councilmember Antonio Brown. Councilmember Cleta Winslow.
Present.
Councilmember Natalie Archibald. Councilmember Jennifer N. Ives. Councilmember J.P. Mazakite.
Here.
Councilmember Dustin Hillis. Councilmember Andrea L. Boone.
Present.
Councilmember Marcy Collier Overstreet.
Present.
Councilmember Joyce Shepard.
Present.
Councilmember Michael Julian Bond. Councilmember Matt Westmoreland. Councilmember Andre Dickens. Mr. Vice Chair, there are a total of 7 attendees online with you at this time.
All right. Excellent. Thank you. Is customer service ready?
Yes. Yes, we are.
All right. Take it away. Thank you.
Good afternoon to all council members. Thank you for the opportunity to present the FY21 proposed budget. My name is Felicia Graham, Executive Director for the Department of Customer Service. I'm joined on the line today with Business Manager Brianna Marshall and Human Resource Manager Jennifer Hicks. Next slide, please. To start the presentation, I would like to highlight some of our achievements for the past fiscal year. Since July 1st, ATL 311 has created more than 500,000 service requests and handled more than 450,000 calls to address various questions and concerns. Our number one request type is how much is my court fine for municipal court, followed by water bill inquiries for the Department of Watershed Management. I'm proud to announce that ATL 311 social media team has been selected as a finalist for the Golden Post Award for Best Social Media Customer Service by the Government Social Media Conference. We are currently in the top 5 out of 300 entries. The winner will be announced on June 11th. The Department of Customer Service had the opportunity to partner with Georgia State University Marketing MSBA program. The students developed several marketing strategies to help raise the profile of ATL 311 in the community. We also completed a similar activity with Emory University MSBA capstone program, with the focus being on predictive data analytics. Lastly, we implemented teletype, or better known as TPY, as a contact channel for the hearing and speech impaired. The official launch date for the new contact channel is June 15, 2020. Next slide. The Department of Customer Service currently has 114 funded positions, with 85% of the staff assigned to call center operations. Call center operations consist of ATL 301 customer service agents and their management, workforce management, and quality assurance and training. The service delivery team makes up 11% of the department and is broken up into 2 teams. One focuses on community engagement, process improvement, and social media, and the other focuses on data and reporting along with project management. Office administration encompasses human resources, budget, legislation, and administrative functions. Our key performance metrics consist of service level, abandonment rate, quality assurance, and service level agreement. I will go into more detail regarding these metrics on a later slide. The budget trend over the years shows a decrease in budget for the Department of Customer Service. The FY21-16 budget reduction is largely due to the economic impacts caused by COVID-19. The FY21 proposed budget is just under $7.5 million. Next slide. Some of the proposed budget changes are a reduction in headcount from 114 to 111 FTE. The 3 positions will be eliminated from existing vacancies. We decreased allocations to purchase contract services and supplies. I also reviewed planned implementations for FY21 and delayed those that were deemed non-critical. As a result of the budget reductions, we do not anticipate any impacts to core service delivery for the department. Next slide. Now we'll go into more detail regarding the key performance metrics, starting with service level. Service level is the percentage of calls answered within a defined amount of time. Our current service level goal is to answer 80% of calls within 20 seconds. We have maintained this goal since ATL 311 was officially launched in 2014. We felt it was time to do a reassessment of the goal because we are not the same call center from 6 years ago as our responsibilities have grown. The assessment included a review of hold tolerance, staffing levels, and benchmarking with other cities. In light of our findings, we will change this goal to 80% of calls answered within 60 seconds instead of 20 seconds effective FY21. We also measure abandonment rate. Abandonment rate is the percentage of calls made to ATL 311 that is abandoned or the caller disconnects prior to speaking with an agent. This typically is associated with wait times in the queue. Our target is to abandon no more than 5%, which will not change in FY21. Quality assurance is one of the most important measurements for a call center because it measures our professionalism, politeness, and adherence to processes. Departmental goal for quality assurance is currently 85%. To raise the bar in this area, I have set the new goal to 88% effective FY21. And the last KPI is service level agreement. Service level agreement is a set standard to complete assigned work. Most operational departments have an SLA. Right now, the target is to meet 90% of the tasks within SLA. So similar to what we did with service level, we did a reassessment of that goal. And not only did we look at the ATL 311 performance against that goal, but we also looked at other departments that we support and how they performed. And so based on that information, we determined it was not feasible at this time to maintain a 90% target. And so this goal will change in FY21 to 80%. Next slide, please. This slide speaks to ATL 311's response to COVID-19. Since March, we have received more than 6,500 inquiries related to COVID-19, which is mostly related to court date changes and inquiries around the senior meal program. Notified ATL, which is the City of Atlanta's emergency notification system, has more than 24,000 subscribers. And in light of COVID, we added an additional 15,000 sign-ups for the COVID text message update. Since March, we have sent out 21 messages related to COVID only, and in total, we've sent 80. Next slide, please. And lastly, I would like to take the time to show my appreciation to the employees of the Department of Customer Service. They are a dedicated group that does 100% each and every day. Right now, they are working from home and still delivering excellent customer service. That concludes my presentation for your time today, and I'll.
All right. Well, thank you for that. And while I'm awaiting input from colleagues, I need to say that Joyce Shepard is on the call, and congratulations on your national recognition for the service you're providing. And I cannot imagine being a customer service provider we're all customers during one of the most trying times in our history. And really, that's kind of my question. Your COVID slide showed the extent to which you have COVID-related questions in, but I'm wondering how that compares to perhaps calls that might have otherwise come in but haven't. So in other words, my question is, since we've all been sheltering in place now for about a quarter of a year, what's the overall net?
So overall, thank you for your question. Overall, we've seen consistent volume for everything with the exception of municipal court. We've seen municipal court closure to try to mitigate some of those costs. We take a message in front of our IVF. And so because of the call volume for municipal court is trending downward. So everything else appears to be trending as normal.
All right, thank you. We have next up Ms. Marcy Collier Overstreet, followed by Ms. Shepard. Ms. Collier Overstreet, you're up.
Thank you, Vice Chair Shook, and thank you, Ms. Grant, for your presentation and your entire team. I spoke with AIM when they came in to present their budget. I'm sorry, I'm being distracted. But when they came in to present their budget hearing brief, and I just wanted you all to know how very proud I am of this department. I told them that I appreciate the money, the resources that we are investing in our customer service, especially 311, and what you all are doing in your department is phenomenal. I am not surprised at all that you're being recognized and at even a top 5 level of however many people have been submitted. I think that we are best of class where this is concerned, and this is where we are actually winning as a city. So we're looking for wins, and this is one area where we definitely are. And I think it's due to one of the slides that you showed, your matrix slide, where your points that and your percentages that you're reaching is important. And that's the only way to know when we're winning is to keep up with those matrix. And so you providing that to us just further instills that we are headed in the right direction and doing right where customer service is concerned. I mean, nothing is perfect, of course, but I do feel that our 311 is energetic, innovative, responsive, and definitely an area where the city can feel confident and proud. And I just want to thank you all for that. Thank you so much. I know that and say the words of so thank you so much for that. You're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Shook.
All right, thank you, Ms. Collier Overstreet. Next up is Joyce Shepard, and then anyone else, please notify me. Ms. Shepard, you're up.
Thank you, Mr. Shook. And I want to thank 311, ATL 311. You all do, as Ms. Overstreet said, an awesome job in terms of where we started and where we are now. We used to get a lot of concerns about 311, but where we are today is that I get nothing but a lot of accolades that you all respond. Some people in the community sometimes say, well, I called them and they didn't do this and they didn't do that. And then you have people actually sit in the audience and say, oh no, 311, they own it. Now, so I want to say thank you. I see y'all out there. I see y'all in terms of community outreach. Y'all do a great job. You're out there in the communities all over the place, letting people know about the service. I know when I call you all come. Y'all do presentations. You're part of my code enforcement team. So I just want to say thank you all so much for what you all do. But I did want to go back to the metrics also, because one of the things that I know from your service level agreements, when you started about the projections, like in 2019 you projected 90%, and then you came back down this year to 80%. And I believe I know what that's about, but I just want to hear from you in terms of that. Because I know one of the things that I found working with you all in my constituents is that when people call into 311 and you give them a report, the assumption is that, you all are going to fix it. They assume that you all can fix it. But what you basically are doing, though, is referring these over to the various departments who it has been their job to actually remedy these problems or these concerns. And I know at one point there were some concerns about communication between the departments and expectations of resolving issues. And so the service level agreements that you all have in terms of your projections, I can understand possibly, and I may be wrong in terms of how it would go back to a percentage. Because again, you're taking the call, you're sometimes saying I'll get back, or making commitment, or giving folks the number to follow up with. But a lot of that is actually still dependent on the departments in terms of their follow-through. So tell me if I'm correct, and if so, what are you all doing to try to do a much more due diligence process of correcting that, and how can we help you with that?
Thank you so much for your compliment, and thank you for your question. So there's a series of things that we're doing to try to improve in that area. It is a work in progress. One of the things that we're doing is we have regularly scheduled meetings with our department just to make sure that the expectations we're setting with people are still aligned with what the way that they're operating. But in addition to that, in partnership with AIM, we're also looking at the technology, which has a lot to do with how we function efficiently. And so we are looking at the technology and looking at ways that we can not only improve in our communication with the department, but also the way that we communicate out to customers, being able to give them more information around their concerns, more tangible versus something just open, something just closed. So there's a series of efforts at play right now while we try to work through this.
Okay. Is that just something in terms of why your percentages went down in terms of service levels? You went to 80%.
Well, I think what we have to look at about that. So the service level agreement going down to 80% has a lot to do with resources as well. Does 311 have to maintain the 90% service level? These departments have the resources in place to maintain a 90%.
The kind of distorted. Can you? You're going in and out a little bit. Can you do something to further?
Okay. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, that's better.
Thank you. I apologize. So a lot of the decision around service level agreement has to do with resources, having enough staff, having enough equipment to maintain a 90% service level. So with concerns around resources and where we are in the budget, as well as looking at historical data, it's not feasible right now to try to maintain a 90% service level in that area.
Okay. All right. Well, let us know if there's anything we can do to support you. But I appreciate all the work y'all are doing, and as Ms. Overstreet, I think, said, we heard from the mayor that and other folks that even in spite of the COVID-19, you all being at home, that you all have actually really improved some of your numbers. And so thank you for your work. We appreciate that.
Thank you so much for your support.
Mr. Schick, that's all I have.
No, thank you, Ms. Shepard. Ms. Winslow, you're up.
I just wanted to also praise the 311 Center and all of the workers. People in District 4 just love you. When you come to the NTU meetings, they just, clap and just are very complimentary of everything that you're doing. So we're just so pleased that you're part of the system now. I know when I came on as a council member in 1994, a lot of the council people, we were fielding these calls ourselves and having to route them to the various departments. So we're just so grateful, to have you at the center to be able to do that now for us. And just wanted to give you kudos and to say we appreciate everything that all of you are doing, and congratulations on being recognized nationally. I think that is wonderful. I think you said that was out of about 300 entries. Is that what I heard? Yeah, yes. That's fantastic. So just to be in the top 5, to me, you're a winner already. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's all I had. You're welcome. That's all I had, Mr. Vice Chair.
All right, thank you, Ms. Winslow. Is there anybody else? I will make a few comments in case anyone else wants to chime in. I want to thank the department. As I said, we're all, I wish we all cosmically had somewhere we could take our questions and comments and concerns to during what's been an extraordinary year. So thanks to you and your staff. I want to say, as we wrap up today, I want to thank the chair for giving me this opportunity to manage today's hearings, which just merely proves to me that I have no idea how she has made this appear so effortlessly. And I want to thank staff for their support, and to those who are disappointed that we're finishing early, take heart, because please join us tomorrow for a rare Friday edition of budget hearings, during which, starting at 10 a.m., we'll hear from aviation, followed at noon by solid waste and fleet services, and wrapping up at 1 with a discussion of the personnel paper. If there's nothing else, we're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.